What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Miguel coming to you guys live back here. So we got interrupted last time. I appreciate you if you watched my first video. Obviously, we kind of went a little deep in that video there and kind of covered some things that I have going on in my life, and it kind of got me to where I am right now. If this is your first time watching my video, hello, my name is Miguel Angel. I am your man here from Dundee, Michigan. We are located about 40 miles out of Detroit, Michigan, and we are currently an owner-operator of a Mexican restaurant called Cilantro. Cilantro in Dundee. We are a full-time restaurant, food truck. We are adding on mobile bar service for this year. We also own and operate, or I should say lease and operate a banquet hall down the road here for 300 people. So that's going to be going into 2024. That's something we took over about 90 days ago. But mostly what I want to talk about in these current videos is just the struggle, what we're going through, kind of, how we got here at the bottom. I call this video Ground Zero because that's what we are doing right now. We are restructuring, rebuilding, and I'm at a point where it's almost like, when do we pull the trigger and just go all in? So I'm trying to remember where I should have watched the prior video before I jumped on this one. But right now I'm actually changing formats over to YouTube because I feel like it's more suiting into what I have going on. I don't like to mix my business point of view or my business experience or my struggles or my wins or my losses or my learning experiences through Facebook, because it's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's time to change that. I kind of feel like I let my customers too much in onto the business side of things, and I don't know. I just feel like people might have been bored with me on there, and the subjects are too different. So let's stick to business on there. Let's stick to marketing on there and trying to get people to come in the door. And then just do all my rants and all my stuff on this pages here. So I have a very important lady on the other side of this wall that will not come on my video, but she's an amazing person that I had met about 4 years ago, and we call her Ma. Can you wave, Ma, at least? Can I give a hand? Right, just wave to the door. Yeah, we just want to see your hand. Let me see both hands. Those are the hardest working hands you ever come across, just so you guys know if you're looking for something. You can close the door now. I won't, So her name is Shirley. She actually worked for the previous owner of the restaurant that I purchased the building from. So in 2000, how long you been here for now, Ma? 17? 2017, she came over and worked for a small breakfast place here, American Food. And after everything, COVID hit and everything, and she, the other owner, moved on with their lives, I just kind of made a deal. She wanted to continue to work with me, and she did. And she don't know shit about making Mexican food, and she did it. She kind of took my recipes and ran with them. And if it wasn't for her, I definitely would not be in this position I'm in right now. She allowed this place to keep afloat in the last year, which I truly appreciate, and I'm sure she's listening. And I hope she can know that I appreciate her very much, and know that I would not be here without her. So we started working together in 2019, 2020 when I got my food truck. She would kind of help me out whenever she could, and then when I took the restaurant over in June 2020, she decided to stay on board with me, and she's been with me since. So she's my rock for sure when it comes to my business stuff. So this is going to be a business support channel where you can learn different things, and I want to teach people different things and give them some advice. Get yourself a good person on your side. Get yourself a Ma. Get yourself a Shirley, because they are going to go to bat for you. They're going to show up every day, and they are going to go hard. Okay. I was telling her this morning, since we are so close and are working together so many years, is that we only want winners on our team. So if you have a negative person on your team, or a negative person that's working for you, or that's literally even in your circle, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. Take the scissors and get rid of them. So I promise you guys next time you have better audio. I'm working on that as well. I do have microphones and everything. I just haven't had a chance to hook them up. So hopefully you guys can hear me good out there. Um, but let's talk about the where we're at in business right now. So um, like I was explaining last time, my wife had passed away in 2022 September, and going into this September 23, I pretty much took the time to get my home together, and I felt solid and I felt comfortable to say, okay, now it's time to get back to business full time. And when I did come back, it was definitely eye opening how much it needs to get things to get done, things that kind of like needed my attention, and where we were going to, what we needed to do to move forward. And the first thing I did, I remember cutting the grass. I was cutting the grass one day, just thinking like, okay, I've been back to the restaurant for about a week and a half now, probably going on day 10, and I'm like, there's definitely not a lot of customers there. There's definitely, we need more product, we need better product, and prior to that, what I don't know if I covered last video, there was a Mexican restaurant that opened up down the road. That's pretty much what stems from all our problems. Um, and we can say, oh, big corporate America, but we were ready to go up to bat with them. I just needed to bring my A game, which I was not here to do that. And it's obviously a lot to try to get your personal life together as well as try to run a successful business if you're not there, right? So my focus always has been the food truck because the food truck is where I make my money at, where I understand the business probably a little better than the restaurant business. And I'm just being completely honest with you. I take ownership of that, and I'm learning more as I go, as far as like how to be profitable and how to win in this restaurant game, and how to succeed in this restaurant game, and how I can give back and how I can excel running a restaurant. So I have a lot to learn this year, because I do plan on like kind of like sticking around here. Like that's my goal. Last year I said I was going to stick around here, and honestly, for me, my own sanity and my own normacy and um, my own emotional things that was going on, the food truck was comfort to me. The food truck was normal to me. The food truck is something that I kept going back to because I felt like when I'm in my food truck, I forget about everything else. Like I forget about like the shit that's going on at home or the things that are going on at the restaurant. And like it's me on the road with the customers, face to face, interacting, cooking right there for the customers, talking to them, interacting with them, listening to some music, having a good time. And that's like my normal. That's like my normal. So that's like my little man cave. Almost like here, like this little office here. This is probably I would say a 6 by 6 office space that I'm starting this YouTube channel on, but it's my home. This is like where I can kick my shoes off, relax, and the whole world around me just shuts off. The food truck was that for me. So so it worked out for me because I knew how to make money on it. I wanted to be on the food truck. I wanted to get out there and not just sit back and be stagnant. But I've been trying to be in this position here at the restaurant probably for the last 3 years, to be honest with you, because I know that this is going to have more of a build. It's going to have more of a stability financially. Uh, you know, I can take care of people like I like to do, so I can have a team working here for me. And I want to get back. And I want to employ people, and I want to get that business that I've always wanted. But it's going to take me actually like going through the dirt like we're going through right now. So coming back September, that leads me into probably like Octoberish. We did a couple food truck events, but we kind of like start dwindling down, and I start preparing for this because when back to my alarm, so I'm on my alarm, bang, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, how can I make this restaurant work? Well, let's think about it. All the reviews that I'm getting are always negative, saying that I'm not authentic Mexican, that it's not Mexican food, that it's garbage food, that Mexicans don't prepare it, that there's not a Mexican vibe there. One day I'll show you my restaurant, and you're gonna see that there's. It was always like it was never like my thing. Like I don't know. Like I don't want to be labeled as something. Like and like people had an idea of okay, we serve Mexican food, so the Mexican restaurant has to have this, has to have cactuses and like it has to have live plants, and it has to have little Maria coming up to you, barely speaking English to you, and it has to have you know, um, certain things in the bathroom. It has to smell a certain way. It has they have to have certain things in order to make it quote unquote authentic. Um, but the quote unquote authentic is just an opinion if you think about it. And in this restaurant game, no other genre of food is being quote unquote put into an authentic category other than Mexicans. We're Mexican food. Now we're talking. Now we're talking in the mainstream, anyways, right? In the mainstream, we have Italian food, barbecue, American food, Chinese food. What else, ma? Vietnamese food, pizza, pizzerias. Nothing's authentic. Don't even hear that word, nothing, except for Mexican food. So I'm thinking myself back in the lawnmower. Bang! I'm like, why am I trying to still put myself in this box to be an authentic Mexican restaurant? I'm I'm from the United States. I was born and raised here. I moved to Mexico when I was 14 years old. My father sent me there to live with my grandmother. I lived there for 2 years. I learned the Spanish, the culture. I love it. I love it. And I feel Mexican. And I love Mexican music and Mexican food and everything Mexican. Like I love going to Mexico with my people. Yo sí hablo español. Yo soy de aquí, pero yo sí sé hablar español. Yo soy mexicano más que nadie. Okay. But the thing is, I don't have to, on a daily basis, continue to try to prove myself as being authentic Mexican. I'm good. I'm going to pass. So, what I did on the lawnmower that day is I said, bam, cracked it open. I said, I'm done being an authentic, quote unquote, Mexican restaurant. Let's get some cool food in here, cool vibes, have some good different stuff. We can still have our tacos, but let's add some sandwiches and let's add this and let's play some Beach Boys when you walk in. Let's just do something completely different. At this time, around this time, I had plans to take my daughters to the Gulf Shore because that was the last trip we took as a family when my wife was alive. And I'm like, this year we're gonna go again. We're gonna go again. I had this old cilantro van that I was using to pull my trailer around with, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sell that boy. And I promised the girls in the beginning of the year, and I'm gonna stick to it because whatever I say, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna. If you wonder why I keep looking up, is because my camera system for my restaurant, my parking lot is up there. So like when I look up, it's because I'm just looking at the camera, not like I'm being weird. Oh, what's going on? So that's why I always check to make sure there's no customers coming in. Because last time I ended my video because I had a customer coming in. So anywho, so during that time, I stopped my lawnmower. I call emergency board meeting with my staff. At the time, I think 5 staff members, something like that. So I'm like, all right, first question on my mouth was, who here likes to listen to Mexican music when they're working all the time? We did like a Facebook Live. I mean, FaceTime. Everyone say this. Now, mind you, all my staff is Americans. They all speak English very well. They're from here. They're not Mexican. They have no idea about the Mexican culture. They have no idea, you know, like they never heard of a flauta until I had, okay, we have flautas here. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, perception coming through the door from the customer base here that in my market is that this is not real, authentic Mexican food. So if that's not the case, then it's nasty. It's not good. I don't want food that's made by white people, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I never claimed that, dude. You guys set that up. Like, you guys said that. What? I never said I was authentic. I said I have cool tacos and some cool vibes when you come to the door and some good service, and my people take care of you. Listen, my cooks, my would come out and talk to you, make sure you're good, make sure the food is good. I'll come out and talk to you, make sure your food is good. My wait staff is going out there. We're all having a great time. It's a culture that we built here at Cilantro. Okay, we all come out together. They all know who I am. What's going on? How you been? Da, 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 how's the family? Isn't it? But it's never gonna be like, hey, how did you today? Do a taco? No taco. Okay, how would you? Like, we speak English. So then I started thinking to myself, I'm never gonna be an authentic Mexican, quote unquote, because I don't. That's not who I am. I'm like a cool dude wearing a cool Cabela shirt, cilantro shirt, with a freaking star head, or I have like a Cleveland Indians hat because it says C for cilantro, and this it's just who I am and what I want to do. And like I'm done like trying to define myself in one way or another. So the question on my mouth to my staff was, who likes to listen to Mexican music on their shift? Nobody, right? I was like, and this is the answer. We're gonna have a cool place to come to and play all kinds of music because I'm a DJ. I've been DJ since 2001. I love music. Everywhere you go, you're gonna hear music in my facility, in my home, in my car. I only have music not playing right now because I want to be able to play the audio on here. But if there wasn't, there's music playing constantly, and that's the thing. I'm a cool I'm a cool dude with cool energy and cool vibes and got nothing but best for the world. And I want to bring the girl. I'm sorry, I keep saying my daughters. I want to I want to show them that like you can be yourself and be individual and not have to follow suit with everyone else. And I feel like if I would continue going that whole Mexican restaurant thing, that I've been falsifying my identity and falsifying who I am as a person, and no one will really get to experience the creativity that I have. And I think at this point in time, it's time to switch gears on it. So I was like, all right, bet that's what I'm gonna do. I had the conference call with my team. They're like, yeah, that's cool. We'll get some burgers, we'll get some wings, we'll get some cool stuff, we get some cool things going. We get away from the whole Mexican restaurant concept, I would say, and then move forward, move to have a more of a Mexican bar and grill type. So that's what we signed up for. Within the next 2 weeks, I was able to sell my work van and come up with the money to take my daughters on the vacation. So I sold the van. We go out to the Gulf Shores, and um, we went to a place called Dick's Last Resort, which is a cool little destination restaurant. I call them destination restaurants, and I've never heard of this, but I think it's something to think about. A destination restaurant is somewhere that you actually go to drive there to go there. You understand what I'm saying? Like people go to, like for example, Detroit, right? Greektown. They go to Greek. They go to, to can't be the Pegasus. Like the Pegasus is a destination restaurant. People go to Detroit to go to Pegasus. That's what I went to. I went to Dick's Last Resort, and that's what it is almost. People go there to get the experience. We went there, we had a great time. Me and my daughters were kicking back, we were laughing. The waiter was badass. There was no one in the place because this is when they went back to school and things like that. So it was kind of odd for no one to be in there. But we had a great experience, and we laughed, and we did the whole hat thing and all this other unique things that they were doing there. And then we left, and I probably, I don't know, paid like $80 something like that. And I was like, damn, the food wasn't even that good, man. The food was like, how? And I said, hey girls, as they're talking about what we were doing and like all the fun they had and all the things they had to do there and things like that. I was like, how's your food? Well, I don't know, chicken tenders. All right. My other dog, oh, yeah, they're garbage, whatever. And I was like, my cheeseburger was literally like burnt to crisp. And I was like, but see, that's my takeaway. My takeaway was the memorable moments we had, we still had a good time there, and the food didn't matter. Not saying you want to serve crappy food, but my point is, you need to create a good experience, especially with your customer base coming through, and have some good food. And it's a great combination. It's a great combination. So when I came back from that place, I actually went to another place, or I went to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's gas station, 100% amazing place. You walk in, everyone's like, "Hey, welcome to Buc-ee's! Hey, welcome to Buc-ee's!" It's like, dude, this is sweet, dude. Like, this is sweet. Like the doors open up, you're like, oh, they open up, you're like, hey, what's going on? They got chairs here, they got bathers, whatever you're looking for, all this amazing food. And everyone's like, hey, welcome to Buc-ee's, hey, welcome to Buc-ee's, hey, welcome to Buc-ee's. They love their job, they're there, the energy is there, and I'm like, take my money. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much is what I looked at. But on top of that, it was a great experience. I actually left there. I went out of there and I went to get my daughter. She was in the car. She didn't want to come out. I'm like, you got to check this place out, bro. Come on in, man. Come check this place out. So I left there. And then the other third place I went to is this place called, I cannot think of the name of it now, but they throw rolls. If you're looking for a restaurant in Gulf Shores to go to, they throw rolls. You go in there. That's like their thing. Like that's they're known for like this amazing bread that's just steaming when you crack it open. This is amazing. And you throw rolls to people. Lambert's, or Lambertville, one of the two. I had a sticker right here somewhere, but anyways, it's called Lambert's. It's called Lambert's in Gulf Shores. Go there. There's so many people there. They serve their pop in a cup, like a big thermos. So that's kind of cool. It's unique. It's different. It's memorable. Memorable is my keyword here. Okay, because when you're dining in with your family, you want to remember these times, especially you lose people and you just forget about it, but like you want to make sure that these moments are memorable moments. Okay, when you're dining in and having to spend time with people. So that was my takeaway when I'm leaving Gulf Shores. I'm pumped. I'm like, all right, we need to figure out what we can do for destination, things like that. And I get back here, and we go into that's when we start going into like September, October, I believe. Yep, somewhere around there. And I start coming up with a plan and trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to kind of get out of the Mexican stuff, and we're going to roll into the American bar grill kind of type. And then I come up with a great idea where we're going to name the place because we're located off of like a railroad track there. So the restaurant's going to be called Cilantro Off the Rails. I wanted to keep the word cilantro in there because I want to people to know that like I'm still here. It's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I branded the cilantro thing forever. It's kind of like who I am. And cilantro, the definition, I was given to this by somebody. He says it's the last touch you put on things. It's almost like just something memorable you're gonna have. And I think the cilantro thing has to stay. Like it's part of my story. It's part of what I am, and I don't want to get rid of that. But I also want a new day. So we named it cilantro, real small letters, and it's gonna be off the rails like this big. So it'll be cilantro off the rails. Since we're off here, and we're a little cuckoo right now. Hey, I'm about to turn 40 years old next month, and I feel like I'm in a point in my life where I'm just coming through like a fucking freight train, to be honest with you. Like, we're just changing shit up. We're going hard. We're learning. We're falling, and we're off the fucking rails. We got to get our train. We got to get our train back on the road. I'm sorry, back on the rails, so we can go farther along. And I think that the concept that I have in mind, which we can cover more, is a great concept. It's different. It's unique. It's me. It's who I am. It's no one's box. I told my staff, we are taking the labels off. We are literally we're taking the labels off of everything, and we're literally making it our own. We're no longer uh, we're no longer being set up to be anything but us. We're taking the labels off. We are making it our own. We are putting our own name on it. We are making it our own. And I want people to come through off the rails knowing like, dang, dude, that was pretty sweet. That was a cool place. It's a different concept. I've never seen nothing like it. And it almost merges my love with the food truck business because what we're going to do is we're actually going to have 2 food trucks installed in the restaurant. Well, not installed, but it's going to look like a food truck with the window and everything people can order from. And they'll be able to go to 2 different food trucks, 2 different styles of food, and then you have the full bar there, and then we're going to add a whole entertainment section where we can do pool and all the other stuff. Different, unique. You walk in, you're going to get a different experience. You're not going to be like, hey, how are you? Welcome to Cilantro today. That's not who we are, and that's not who we're going to be. We're not even going to pretend to do that. We never said we was going to be like that. We was always going to be unique. And it's time for change. It's time for change right now. On the outside my building, the big thing says, change energizes us. I learned that at Verizon Wireless, and it's very true. Change will energize you. But you also got to be accepted to the change. You got to be also open to the change. You got to know when it's ready to make change. That was almost part of my last video I want to talk about, because I sat back here in the last 2 weeks. Just me. My daughters are at my in-laws' house for the winter vacation. So for the last 2 weeks, this has been me. It's been me here, face to face with the customers that I don't have. they all just kind of went away, right? Whether you can say that was from maybe not the greatest food quality because we weren't making it. You can say maybe it was from the authentic Mexican restaurant took them down the road. It could be possible that they don't see me here no more, right? Because once again, I was back in my house taking care of my situation. Whatever the case is, and why ever they're not here. You know what I'm saying? Like they just ain't here. So I'm at a point where, okay, now it's time to change, make it my own, do things I want to do, and then we relaunch, we rebrand, we pivot, and we add all the cool things that we want to add. My market calls for something like this. There's only one like quote unquote bar that's around here. Actually, take that two. The other one's about 15 minutes away. The one's about 2 minutes away. Other than that, I mean, they're down probably about 10 miles down the road. So like the market calls for that, and then plus on top of that, the bar scene that's here in the county that I'm in, it's there ain't much going on. All right, there's not much going on. There's not much excitement. There's not much vibe. They're just there. They're opening their doors. They have cold beer. They have their drink specials, and that's about it. So with that being said, we have a new plan in place. What I'm currently waiting on is some capital to come through that I've been waiting for. Once that capital gets releases over to me, then I'll pretty much go have a go. I did start paint job 2 nights ago, so I started paint on Wednesday. We kind of went through, start taping, start painting, and we're gonna make some cool decor, just cool vibe stuff, more artistic stuff. I come from a very artistic background. Like I said earlier, I am a DJ, so like that was my DJ. My being a DJ is like my artistic release. But I think this is going to be something similar to that, like having a lot of cool stuff on the walls, cool music going through. I have since I am a DJ, I do have about 3 different sound systems I'm going to install. I also have a karaoke system I'm going to install. I also have some different lighting I want to install, and just make it cool. As far as what I did on my Facebook side of things, like I said earlier, I kind of went away from doing lives on there. It was a great release for me, but I think once again I would had to like stick back to business. Okay, I had like squeezing some juice and then mixing a little sugar in there. I don't want to do that. Like I want to be who I am. I want to be creative. I want to help other people, and I want to help you on this journey if you're going through stuff. If you're going through a business or you're going through a career change, or I want to help people out with that. So if there is a way, you can comment below or shoot me a message. Whatever I can do to help out, I'm your man. Um, it's what I do. It's part of my calling is to really engage myself with people who are willing to take action and work hard at it, and just kind of need a little kick in the ass to get things going. And I kind of felt like if I had stayed on my Facebook page, my business wasn't going to grow, and it just wasn't. I think it was just time to get away from it. I think it was just time to use it as marketing. I want to speak, and I want to uh, you know post stuff product wise, reels, and be creative with my stuff, and not just be me, my face in there all the time. I don't know. That's what I just think it was time to kind of will back. Plus, come on, baby, I'm on YouTube now. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I've always wanted a YouTube channel, so we're here. We're ready to go. Like I said, today is January 5th, 2024. Um, I have been here since 10 o'clock this morning. It's 4 o'clock, and I have not had one customer. Yeah. So, with that being said, God puts me in positions to put it right in front of me. And this is a sign that it's time to go. It's time to change. We're just waiting for that. Like I said, that capital to come through. Hopefully, I hear back within the next day or two on that amount, so I can kind of like see what I need to do. Because guess what? I've already ripped everything out that has to do with Mexican, beside my Mexican flag back here. Very sweet though. I got a little sombrero up there too. Oh, I can't forget my COVID days. Hey, the COVID days, 6 feet away. So I went through my restaurant. I pretty much took everything down. I just blank canvas on that boy. There's nothing there. Literally all blank walls. I just left cilantro on over the bar. I don't want to change menus just yet, and here's the reason why. Because the only thing I had did so far on Facebook was I changed the name of my Facebook profile to Off the Rails from Cilantro, and I changed the picture of like this little cactus situation, Mexican style looking thing, to a fucking freight train. We're gonna fucking come through. So that's like I said, we look crazy. We look crazy right now, and it's fitting. It's where we're at. So a big ass yellow fucking freight train is my new logo, and all I did was I posted Off the Rails. It says Cilantro Off the Rails. It's a pretty sweet logo. And then the second thing was I just posted change the name of it, and I just put on there quick. I took away like the Mexican stuff, and I just put a cool place with good music and great vibes. Boom, keep it simple. And then people are like, "Oh, what's going on?" Sorry, no, they're waiting for me to come live, but we're not going live. That's the old way of doing business. We're gonna change it up. We're gonna speak through our media. We're gonna speak through our art. We're gonna speak through our product. You know what I'm saying? That's where we want to be. So with that being said, I started the project as far as getting things painted. We painted about half the restaurant, more of a darker color, and then we're going to come through with some cool records and do some cool stuff. But the menu thing is that customers that are coming through the door, they still think it's cilantro, so I want to still give them the cilantro experience. And I don't want to change over to Off the Rails just yet until I get all my ducks in a row and we go hard, we go fast, and we go deep, baby. We go deep. We're gonna do it hardcore. So I just it has to be timing right on it. I don't want to rush into it like Ma was saying earlier. Let's go get some burgers and get some tuna melts and all this other stuff and some cool hot dogs. It's just we're not there yet. Our menus are not done. We have not gotten the decor right. We have not got signage. Was the other thing signage, and I have a whole list of things that I need to get done. If you do not have this, this is your best tool you can ever have. Is going to be a whiteboard. Okay, guys, get yourself a whiteboard, write stuff down, and those are things that tools that I have been using the last 7 years, and it's helped my business and my personal life a lot. So I just have tasks that I need to write down. So I got menus, signage, make some more reels, marketing stuff. Right, I need to get better, different staffing in here. I need to also work on getting my trailers done. Like I want to do the trailers, like we talked about. Decor, paint, get the process. It says no band-aids, no band-aids, no band-aids. Don't just put shit on it because you're gonna have to redo it again. Do it right. Do it right, and the first time. That way you ain't gotta keep covering it up, putting tape on it, putting this. Do it right. Take your time, do it right. My quote of this year. I'm sorry. My idea is going to be. It's going to be excellence. How can I be excellent? So, all right, guys. Thanks for listening. I got a customer. So let's go sell some shit. Talk to you guys later. Go sell some shit. All right, there you go. Come on, Mousy. Mouse ain't working. Get a mouse here. Oh, that's why. I don't plug it. We got to sit here and watch me and fumble with all this other stuff. There we go. All right, guys. Once again, appreciate all technicality. Oh, what happened, Mom? Did you stay in? Oh, he got it to go. All right, sweet. I'll take it. I'll take it to go. So, all right, guys. Once again, please make sure you guys subscribe at the top. I guess that's what we do on YouTube. Subscribe, comment. Any questions, let me know. I'm your man. I'm your plug. Your boy here, Miguel. Signing out. Talk to you later. All right, there you go. Now we got it.